Morning, all of you. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello,
Ma'am.
can you hear me?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Okay. I'm audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Can see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Screen is visible? Okay. First you okay. First we will discuss the question answers of the previous chapter. Previous poem. Okay. Let us. If you keep your beehive book open in front of you, page number 111, question answers of oh, up है इसमें इसमें तुम हो क्या? इसमें हो तुम? फिर ले ले. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
You got books open in front? Okay. Can a simple jab of the knife kill a tree? A jab of हाँ क्लास ये कर ले रहा है जो कोई रूम खाली नहीं है तब हम यहाँ Can a simple jab of a knife kill a tree? Who
No,
will
ma'am.
answer? Hello? No, a simple jab of a knife
Ma'am, because hello.
cannot kill a tree because the tree has a हाँ बोलो
Ma'am,
why
because
not
knife does not have the ability to kill a strong tree.
why cannot a simple jab How has the tree grown to its full size? From where has the tree got its nourishment to grow to its full size? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
From the earth.
Okay, from where has the tree got its nourishment
From the
to
earth.
grow to its full size?
From the earth crust.
From the earth, from the sun,
From
from
air,
the
water.
earth's crust, also from the sun. The tree has also years of sunlight. So, not only the earth, even from the sunlight and uh, air, water. So, what is the meaning of bleeding bark? What makes it bleed? Bleeding means what? Bleeding means
Flowing.
coming out of the blood. So, what is the blood of the tree? What refers to the blood of the tree? Does the tree have blood? What does the tree have? What is the blood of the tree?
Twigs.
I'm having a pain of
The
his.
watery substance, the liquid that comes out when the trunk is cut, that is the uh, blood of the tree. So bleeding bark means the liquid that comes out of the tree when it is cut. Bleeding bark. When the tree is cut, some kind of liquid comes out.
Hello, ma'am. Hello. Good morning, ma'am. चलो हम लोग अपने से प्रश्न आंसर करते हैं.
Okay. Okay. So, hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
I got disconnected. Okay. So, what was the question? इसमें है question. पहला question. How many questions have we discussed? So, what is the meaning of the poet says no in the beginning of the third stanza. What does he mean by this? What does the poet mean by no? No, the root is to be pulled out. So for that you write, the poet means that by cutting a tree, we cannot kill the tree. What does no indicate? He says that no, you cannot kill a tree just by cutting it. Because what will happen? After a few days, the tree will recover from all the injury that has happened to it because of being cut, and again branches will grow from that, small branches, and again in a few months and years it will grow to its former size. So here no means the you cannot kill a tree just by cutting it. So what is the poet says no in the beginning of the third stanza. What does he mean by this? So the poet means that you cannot kill a tree just by cutting it. So that is the answer. So what is the meaning of anchoring earth? What is हमारा fifth question है?
Protecting
What is the
earth.
meaning of anchor and earth cave? Yes, anchoring means protecting. The earth protects the tree because it gives nourishment to it, and it also protects the roots of the tree. Mm. It is like a shelter. It is like a anchor for the tree. Anchoring earth means the earth protects and shields. You can also use the word shield, SHIELD. That also means protect. So the earth protects and shields the tree. An earth cave. What does he mean by the strength of the tree exposed? An earth cave. What is the meaning of earth cave? Earth cave means
Earth
the
here to the
Ma'am,
deep
shelter
area
for the
under the
tree.
ground. The deep area under the ground that holds the root and keeps the tree standing and protects it from rainfall, storm.
okay. Yes, you can say the area below the ground which protects the root from all the unfavorable conditions. And also the earth is like a house for the tree because it is the earth that protects the tree. So the earth is like a house for the tree. That is why the earth is referred to as cave, because it protects the tree from unfavorable circumstances, just like a house, and so it is called the earth cave. What does he mean by the strength of the tree exposed? What does he mean by it? The strength of the tree exposed.
From the
The
strength of the
The
tree
strength.
strength
exposed
of the
because
tree is a root, and when it is
the
pulled
roots
out,
of
the
the tree
strength of the
being
tree
pulled.
exposed.
Yes, the strength of the tree is exposed when it is pulled out from the root. So the answer for this question is that we come to know the real strength of the tree when we pull it out from the roots, because the roots binds the trees very strongly to the ground. The root binds the tree very strongly to the ground, and the real strength of the tree is exposed when the tree is uprooted. So the real strength of the tree is exposed when it is uprooted from the ground. So what finally kills the tree? The tree
The
cannot
tree,
be killed just, answer?
the tree is finally killed by pulling out of the Mother Earth. When its roots are
Yes,
exposed to sunlight air, the tree begins to get scorched and choked. It becomes
yes.
brown, dry, hard. Eventually, it dies.
Yes. So the pulling out, the pulling out of the tree from the earth with its roots kills the tree. When the tree is uprooted from the earth, then the tree is killed. So the tree can be killed only by uprooting it from the earth. Uprooting means along with the roots. Till the roots are there, the tree is alive. But when you take out the root from the earth, then only the tree can be killed. So the uprooting of the tree from the earth kills it. And after, of course, after it is uprooted, it is put in the sun for drying, because when the tree is uprooted, it still has a lot of moisture in it, and it's not fit for use. So for many days, the tree has to be left exposed to the sun, so that all the moisture dries up. The tree turns brownish in color, darker in shade, and it twists in the sun, twisting, hardening, browning, twisting. Once the tree is exposed in the sun, it also bends and twists. So, because of, okay. So this poem is complete. Then just on the very next page, there is another poem regarding trees. I think I shall never see.
What, ma'am?
There is another poem on the next page. You can turn the next page of the Beehive book. There is another poem. This poem also is related to the trees. ये वाला है. So this poem. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. So uh, here the poet is making a comparison. What is the poet making a comparison between? The poet is making a comparison between a poem and a tree. And if you compare the tree and the poem, what is more lovely for the poet? The tree is more lovely. What does he say? I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. A tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast. So, a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed. Pressed here, P-R-E-S-T, pressed means P-R-E-S-S-E-D. Pressed
Prepared
come,
for Excel.
huh?
Prepared for Excel.
Kya? Your voice is not clear. Hungry mouth is pressed. So
Then
actually P-R-E-S-T pressed means P-R-E-S-S-E-D pressed. In poems, sometimes the word is misspelled just to make it rhyme. That is called poetic license. Poems में ये allowed है. आप किसी word का wrong spelling लिख सकते हैं rhyme करने के लिए. So if you are thinking of writing a poem, you have this liberty. You can misspell some of the words just to make it rhyme. Here, the word pressed has been misspelled. The wrong spelling is written just to make it rhyme with breast. Sometimes even you can make grammatical errors in the poem to make it rhyme. So that is allowed. So here also, pressed actually means P-R-E-S-S-E-D. So a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast. So just as a baby, it gets its first food from its mother's breast. Similarly, the earth also gets its food from, the tree also gets its food from the mother earth. The tree has pressed its mouth against mother earth just like a baby. So for the tree, the earth is like its mother. The earth is like its mother. The earth performs all the functions of a mother. It gives its food, it protects it, it nourishes it, it makes it grow to its full size. So here the earth is performing all the duties of a mother. Sweet flowing breast, just as a child gets its first milk from its mother, similarly, the earth also gets its food from the tree also gets its food from earth. A tree that looks at God all day. If you see the tree is very tall. Most of the trees are tall and they look up to the sky. God is said to be in the sky in heaven. So the tree looks at God all day. The tree looks at heaven. The tree looks at the sky all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray. And what are the arms of the tree? The branches. The branches are the arms of the tree. If you observe the tree branches, what is its direction? Upwards. Most of the branches are upwards, isn't it? What is the direction of the branch? Most of the branches, they are
But
not down towards, हाँ ज्यादा जो पेड़ की टहनियां होती है वो ऊपर के तरफ जाती है. And here the poet has compared those branches to arms which are praying to God. So what are the arms of the tree? Who will answer? What are the arms of the tree?
Ma'am,
Huh?
branch.
Branches.
Branch.
Branches.
Ma'am, branches.
Branches are
Good morning,
the arms.
ma'am.
So the arms of the tree are the branches and lifts her leafy arms. Leafy arms. The branches are full of leaves. So the leafy arms refers to the branches full of leaves. Leafy arms of the tree refers to the branches that are full of leaves. So the for the poet, The tree is the loveliest thing on the whole earth. Here, if you see, the poet is an environmentalist. He's very concerned. He's very concerned about the environment. He's against the cutting of trees. He's against deforestation. And that is why he has written the poem on trees. And the poet says that the tree gets all its nutrition. The tree gets all its nutrition from the earth. Just as a baby depends on its mother for food, the tree presses its mouth against the earth. The earth is the mother of the tree, and it gets all its nutrition from the earth. And all day the tree looks at God. If you see the direction of the growth of the tree, it is always upwards. The tree grows upwards. So it is looking at God. It is looking at God, and it looks, when the poet looks at the tree, it seems as if the tree is praying to God. The branches are the hands of the tree, and it is praying to God. Arms to pray, because the tree is always in danger. Human beings, they are searching the trees, and any day the tree can be cut. So the tree is really in danger, and it is praying to God to keep it safe. It is praying to God to give it a long life. So a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray. A tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair. And as we know, the trees, they are a habitat of innumerable birds and insects. Trees are the habitat of many animals, birds, and insects. So you must have studied in your science the arboreal animals, monkeys, squirrels, arboreal. Arboreal animals are the animals which live on trees. So trees are the habitat of animals, birds, as well as insects. And what will happen in summer? Many robins will come and they will live in the tree. Robin is a kind of bird. Robin. Robin is a bird. Have you heard of the robin? सुना है रॉबिन बर्ड का नाम?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So robin is a bird, and a tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair. So what is the hair? The hair may be the leaves and the flowers of the tree. The hair may be the small twigs, छोटे छोटे जो पतली टहनियां होती है उसको भी poet hair कह सकता है. Or the flowers, the leaves, all are the hair of the tree. And what can you see in summer? In summer, you can see the nest of the birds in the tree. In summer, you can see the nest of the bird on the trees, and the bird nest. They really look so beautiful on the trees. They add to the beauty of the tree. Have you seen the bird's nest hanging from the trees?
Yes, ma'am.
How lovely
ma'am.
it looks. नहीं देखे हो?
No, ma'am.
In villages, you can see. I remember seeing it in the village on
Yes.
the mango trees. And those nests, they look so lovely. With the dry hay and the grass, and how beautifully the birds make those nests. So it's a wonderful sight to see the bird nest on the trees. So the poet says that in summer, many birds like robin will make their nest on the trees in her hair. In her hair, Here can be referred to the small branches or the leaves or the flowers of the tree, upon whose bosom snow has lain. And what happens in winter? In winter, the tree is covered with snow. In the winter months, the tree is covered with snow, uh, at- upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with the rain. So intimately means closely. Intimate means close. Intimate friend होता है ना जो बहुत आपका नजदीकी दोस्त होता है उसको intimate friend कहता है. So intimate means someone who is very close to your heart. So now the rain is also very close to the heart of the tree. Why? Because the rain also helps the tree to grow. The tree takes a lot of nourishment from the rain also. And the rain also keeps the tree alive. Uh, What happens during the drought when there is no rain? The trees almost dry up. All the leaves are dried. So one of the things that is very close to the tree is the rain. Intimate, very close, who intimately lives with the rain. Poems are made by fools like me. So he says that anybody can write a poem. Even a foolish person can write a poem. For writing a poem, you don't need much intelligence. Just you have to choose some rhyming words and have not a very difficult job, and even fools like me can write a poem. But tree is a very beautiful creation of nature, and everybody cannot make a tree. Only God can make a tree. So only God can make a tree. Tree is one of the finest creations of nature, and only God can make a tree. So here the poet is indirectly hinting to the human beings that you have not given life to the tree. The tree is taking its nourishment from the Mother Earth. The tree is taking its nourishment from the air, water, and sunlight. So if you have not given life to the tree, what right do you have to kill the tree? So here the, the poet is questioning the human beings. It is telling to the human beings, think upon it. Have you any right to kill this beautiful creation of God? You have not contributed in any way to its growth, to its life. God has given its life. Mother Earth is giving its nourishment. The sun god is giving its nourishment. The environment, the air and water is giving its nourishment. So if you don't have the capacity to give life to someone, what right do you have to kill that beautiful creation? So the poet is making an appeal to the human beings that please don't kill the trees. They are beautiful creations of nature, and they are a habitat of numerous plants. They are the habitat of numerous animals, insects, and birds, and they are very useful. So don't cut trees for your selfish needs. That is the message that the poet is giving to us. He's completely against deforestation, the cutting of trees. Man should make changes in his lifestyle. Just for his selfish needs, he should not kill the trees or cut the trees. That is the uh, message of the poem. That is the appeal that the poet is making. Not the. Okay. So everything is clear? Any doubts? Hello.
No, ma'am.
Any meaning? Bosom means heart. Write the word meanings of all the new words. एक तो क्या बताए थे? Bosom. Bosom means heart. BOSOM. Bosom. Bosom means heart. Robin is a bird. Intimately means closely.